Hi, Cancers. Welcome back. Let's just jump straight. Four, three, two. Hi, Cancers. Welcome back. Messages do we have for Cancers? Death came out. That. Okay. So, we have Ace of Swords, and then we have a Tower moment. So, Cancers, what I am getting from these three cards, Death being the first card out, is that what I'm seeing is a death of like a self you once were, but with that comes the rebirth of a new version of yourself, right? And it's not so like, I guess, how do I put it? It's going to come in the form of what I'm sensing is like this life changing type of event. Um, so something is going to happen that's going to be quite major for you, Cancers. And that event is going to create a domino effect, right? It's going to create a domino effect that is felt in every which way possible. And what I'm getting from that is like physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You're going to go through a life changing event. Hence this tower moment, right? Um, and it is going to change you in ways that you could never imagine, right? And so it is going to birth like just this new version of you where you're going to have to now definitely move, think, be different, right? That's just what this event calls for, right? So, um, it's almost like the death of like a parent or a close family member, right? Or like the birth of a child is something, and those are the two things that I'm getting. But those it's events like those that really have the effect of reshaping you into a different version of yourself, right? Still the same in terms of like the fibers of your being, but now just changed. Changed. I want to say evolved. Um, because the death of any loved one is always hard. Some may not necessarily see that as like, I don't know, evolving, but it does still have the effect of maybe making you a completely different person dependent on the relationship between you and this person, right? So yeah, something is going to take place with this tower moment. It's not a bad tower moment, is what I'm sensing. It's just a very much so life altering tower moment, right? It's a life altering tower moment. I want to pull some more cards to like confirm this, verify this some more. Let's find out what this. Let's find out what this tower moment could be. Let me just see what the cards are. What is spirit? What is this tower moment? Okay. So we have two cards that came out. Okay. I want to pull from this deck Because what I'm sensing with the hermit is that whatever this is, you are going to keep very quiet about it. Cancers, like you're not necessarily going to share this information with anyone, but as time progresses, that may not necessarily be the case, but it is a cause for celebration, whatever this tower moment is, or at least, or at the very least, um, a gathering of some kind, right? So it's going to bring a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but it's going to bring some persons around you, this tower moment, right? Like I said, I think of it like what happens when, a family member or relative, what have you, would pass away. That has the effect of like bringing people around you, or at least it has the effect of making people gather, right? So that's what I'm getting from that. But I want to, okay, I have this card. Oh, I have this deck. Sorry, I want to use this deck. Let me just see. Let me pull from this deck. So we have broken, shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. Um, that's it. And we have obscurity. So yeah, secrets, right? Like that confirms like what I just said. Whatever this is, you won't you won't share it. You won't say anything about it. It's something that you're going to very much so conceal and keep to yourself. Uh you're not going to say much about it, but it is bringing in some emotions of just sadness, maybe distraught. And I don't, it's just this tower moment is going to have these feelings associated with it, right? And even it may not be intense, is what I'm getting, Cancer. So, depending on what the tower moment is, because it's going to be different for everyone, there may be an instance where I get the sense you may reminisce on your life um, before this life altering event took place. You're going to reminisce. There's going to be some nostalgia, but just the thought of some of those like memories of who you once were, it is going to bring a certain level of sadness. Not so much so because you're going to still be in that flow of like adjusting to this, your new reality, right? But that's not to say that you won't sit down and think back on your life before this event took place. That's what I'm getting. Some of you may be sad. I think it's going to vary, but everyone is not going to be the same across the board for whoever this reading is for. Um, but it is going to be an adventure nonetheless, right? Because you're navigating this new space, is what I'm getting. Yeah, it's an adventure. So embrace it as an adventure. You may not you may not see it like that at the onset, but I think eventually you may begin to appreciate it like that, is what I'm getting. It may take some time though. It's going to take some adjusting and maybe some like growing pains, is what I'm hearing. But once you adjust to that new way of being or the new set of circumstances, I think things will, you know, things will be things, and you will embrace it a little bit more and move about it a little bit differently. So it's going to take time to adjust. That's just what I'm getting. This is going to be quite a bit of an adjustment for you. And what I'm also getting from this Three of Cups is that maybe at this time, be be discerning, but be open to support. Because I get the sense, whomever this is, they may kind of keep things to themselves. Maybe they're more private, they're a private person. But whatever life altering event this is that's going to occur for you, Cancer, support is going to be um, beneficial and helpful in your rebirth, and I want to say healing process, right? Rebirth, healing, and adjustment like process. A support system, a community would help, right? And this is your purpose. This is something that you were destined to go through, whatever this is. And the thing is, like, I want to make this very clear, it's not like a regular type of event. If you recall in the beginning of this reading, I said this is going to be something that alters who you are going forward. The things that come to mind, the things that Spirit is telling me is either there is like, well, the obvious, like a death in the family is just an example of a life altering event, or like the death of a very close friend, as well as the birth of a child. Um, and there are so many other things. So it's those type of things where it creates cause for people to gather. Think of it like that, right? Think of it like that. Um, so yeah, I want to pull from this deck. Let's see. Okay, Fives of Cups, and you have the Wheel of Fortune, Pentacles. Whatever this is going to take up a lot of your focus and your time, right? With the Five of Cups, this is going to take up a lot of your time and a lot of your focus. So for some, it's going to be a challenging adjustment, but you are hopeful and you are optimistic is what I'm getting, right? You are hopeful and you are optimistic. It's almost like, you know, like how this ship is passing by. It's almost like this too shall pass. I get the sense that you'll eventually, or maybe that may be something that helps you get through this time, because it's just for a period of time, right? It's like the wheels are turning, right? And this is just where you so happen to have landed on this wheel for this period of time, right? Yep. Yeah, it's going to require a lot of energy and focus, right? It's something new. Like all I'm getting, cancers, is this is going to be an adjustment, and you know, take it in strides. Take it in strides. Now, let me close this reading out with, what to look forward to. So this is to the bottom of the deck, right? It says universal abundance. I am connected to the I am connected to the unlimited goodness of the universe. Everything that is happening now is happening for my ultimate good, right? That's so, that kind of confirms and ties up together what I have been, what I said earlier. Um, and when I split the deck, I get tool of habit. It says, I will use the tool of habit to build my life, not to tear it apart. Like hot metal, new beliefs and habits begin as malleable as liquid, but set hard as iron. So, right, this right here, Ace of Swords, is going to be something. Remember, I said earlier, it's going to be something that changes your outlook on life completely. It's one of those life altering events. So, that's just the sense that I'm getting. For some, I don't want to put a timeline on this. I'm not going to say it's going to happen in it because I don't really feel that. For everyone, it's going to be different. For the group of people this reading is for is not going to just like, so for instance, something may happen a year from now, 2 years from now. Like, I'm not going to put a time on it, but this, at least this reading would, you could use this reading as reference probably when it does happen to come back and, time it. I think that's the best thing for now. Everybody's situation is going to be, and take what resonates. This reading is definitely not for everyone, but I have faith that whoever this reading is for, it will find them when it's supposed to, right? So, yes, that's it for today, Cancers. I will see you in the next reading.